2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 2 says, "In a favorable time I listened to you, and in the day of salvation I've helped you. Behold, now is the favorable time, and now is the day of salvation." It's obviously a message about the now rather than the how. And if you're thinking of becoming Christian, maybe even just opening the Bible, walking in the church, starting a business, let's say maybe you're in sales, I'm in sales, right? Picking up the phone, how am I going to close my first deal? It's all about what you're going to do now and today. And you have to take action today. So for example, in sales, you want to close your first deal. You have to pick up the phone now. You can't necessarily think about all the objections that you're going to have. It's smart to prepare, right, for those objections. How are you going to come up with rebuttals to overcome those objections? But the same thing with Christianity. People, you may be thinking, what is this person going to think of me if I show up to church? What is this person going to think of me if I start making videos like my brother and I are doing? And obviously that was something that we thought about, but at the end of the day, we did it. We took action on it, and people are going to say what they want to say. People are always going to think what they want to think. And there's always going to be those variables, those external factors, and those thoughts where you may doubt yourself a little bit. But again, when you talk to God, just like it says in this verse, in favorable times he listened, and in days of salvation he's helped us. So give your life to Christ. Start the business. Do what you want to do, right? But again, align your principles and values with those of the Bible. That's something that my brother and I are trying to do. And not to just talk and put my brother and I in such a great light all the time, but I can talk on my experiences just like my brother can talk on his experiences. And so I guess a point that I can make in this video is that we're going to go through those trials and tribulations even when we take action, right? That's just the first step, is to take the action. But now that the second step is obviously going through it, right? And dealing with those roadblocks. So for example, I mentioned I tried starting a software company for sales enablement. It quickly failed. It was quickly shut down. And, it's obviously not something I'm happy about. I wanted it to be big. I thought it could potentially be big. And I didn't necessarily think about the how. I just thought, listen, I think there's a gap here. I'm going to attack it. I found the resources, went after it 100 miles an hour, and it ended up getting shut down. It's fine. That happens. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, to me, as I've gotten older, I realized it's part of the story. And what does the story mean? That, to me, that was always like, it never sat well with me. What does it mean? It's about the story. You spent $20,000-$30,000, and for what? You have nothing to show for it. Well, for me, at the end of the day, there's no great story without the roadblock, without the barrier, without the adversity, because it just doesn't make for any story. There's no storyline behind it. There's nothing interesting. People love and live for the story. So again, if you're going through anything, maybe it's adversity, maybe it's financial hardship, maybe it's sickness, maybe it's, you're in a spot where you're looking for a new job, you're looking for a job, maybe you're a student athlete in high school looking for the scholarship. Whatever point it is that you're at in your life, it's the story that you start to develop, and it's something that you should start to mold, because as you get older, it's part of your story. And again, everybody has a story, but think about how you can mold that story to how it's going to develop you as an individual to create long-term success. And obviously relying on God, aligning your values and principles with what it says in the Bible, but knowing that there's going to be those tough times, pushing through those tough times and thinking about the story on the other side of this. How great of a story is it going to be when I hit X, Y, or Z goal? It's about that story. Hope you guys found value. Just something I wanted to share with you all. Leave thoughts, feedback, comments. Interested to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching.